Research is one of the most fascinating field in science. And when it comes to discussion of findings, it has to be first remembered that discussion of findings is basically based on the data collection or in the data analysis. What is the meaning of that? Number one, you have to be able to discuss completely what the data has to say regarding your research of interest, the research hypothesis, and the research framework is all about. What do I mean? The thing here is that in the discussion of findings, it has to be best remembered that the most important things that you need to focus on are, number one, you need to be able to explain well in details what transpired in the data analysis. And then this is in connection again with the research questions that you have coined from the start. And it has to be very well connected also with the research hypothesis that you thought for a while actually exist, all right? And that these findings should also be very consistent with some literatures that you have used in Chapter 2 that deals exactly with review of related literature. Now, in the conclusion part, you have to remember that you need to be able to develop an in-depth discussion. Maybe this would take for about 10 or 15 sentences to clearly describe and to clearly respond to the discussion of findings that you have set. Again, we're looking at it from the perspective of how consistent this is in terms of your the research framework, the hypothesis, and the research questions. Now, in concluding, you have to remember that you can either agree with the hypothesis that you've coined, or you may not disagree with the research questions that you have set at first. It is very important that your conclusion should be affirmative. Affirmative to the fact, affirmative to the hypothesis, or affirmative to the research questions that you have set. Okay? So thank you very much.